Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, going to be an excellent PvT featuring LiquidNazgul and Slayer's Boxer. This is from around 2003 or 2004, maybe earlier than that even, so it's about 20 years old. The replay is not broken, I checked it. And on the left side, we got ourselves a Teal Protoss player. It is the Dutch Nazgul, again from Team Liquid. And on the top right, it is known as Boxer. He is known as Boxer. He's not a robot, but maybe he is. All right, man. So we got 6 first-place finishes in OSL and WCG events. He's innovative. He is very well known, and basically one of the fathers of the Terran race. And on the left side, again, we have the Dutch Nazgul. He won 3 Team Liquid Invitationals in 2002 and 2003. Some people who were watching this were not alive in 2002 and 2003. All right, man. So he retired in 2004 to move back to the Netherlands and finish up his studies. And that's about it for him. Boxer competed until 2010 and then retired and came back in for 2016 a little bit, but you know, he's done with StarCraft now. Anyway, this is Neo Lost Temple, which, what's Neo about it? Beats me. Let's see, still 4-player map, cool. Ginormous, huge main base, but that's also not too strange for Lost Temple. Let's see, the corners are what's usually different here. So yes, island expand bottom right, island expand top left, no islands in the other corners at all. Okay, centers, kind of got some walls rolling here. That's a little bit different too. These weird minerals only bases here, they're kind of annoying to take, but we do see players do that, especially in these older games. But otherwise, I don't see anything too nuts about it. Probably just adjusted a little bit for a particular team tournament or whatnot. So what did I just tell you to do? All right, good. Good. So barracks coming up at home. Cool. Gateway, cyber core here too. You know how PvT works. PvT hasn't changed a whole lot in the last 20 years or so. But we'll see how much Dragoon pressure Nazgul tries to put on Boxer here. Now, here's the thing. You might say, oh, come on. Boxer's got premier tournament wins up the wazoo. And Nazgul's got these, like, Team Liquid Invitational wins, which they're minor tournaments. They're not massive or anything. But, you know, back in 2002, it wasn't as big of a deal. Like, the difference of skill between the top level players and the players that were, you know, second level down was not as huge as it is today. So, I don't know. Nazgul, I think, is in spitting distance here with his all 130 APM versus, you know, Boxer's 260 or so. Throwing up a factory. Yep, makes a lot of sense before expanding. There was a lot of one-base play in these older games, too. Like, we'll definitely see expansions faster in 2022 than we do back in 2002 or 3 or 4. It was just a different game back then. The meta was different. It's changed over time, and that's one of the things I love about StarCraft, right? Yeah, supply depot positioning so that the SCVs do a better job going straight to the refinery and straight back home instead of meandering a bit. As they will do. And a robotics facility. Okay. All right. I don't know if that's like super fast observers or if he's going to go for some really fast one-base Reaver drops or what. We'll keep an eye on that. So factory, what you gonna do with it, Boxer? Boxer, what you up to, man? Machine shop, okay. So not a vulture first, going for that machine shop. And let's see expansion timing here from Boxer. Pretty good, about 4 minutes. Yeah, I like it, right? Got the factory down, throw down an expansion, call it good. Now, does Nazgul know how important it is to out-expand your Terran opponent? I'm not sure that he does. So we'll keep an eye on his expansion timings. This probe's moving down. Doesn't have enough money for that. Maybe just going out for a scout here at, you know, 4.5 minutes. SCV checked the 12 o'clock position. Did not find any Protoss there. We'll find some down here at the 9 o'clock spot or so. It's not exactly the 9 o'clock position, but it's for the purposes of this map, that's a 9 o'clock spawn. So we're working on a siege tank. Cool. Enough money for siege mode. Research starting now if you want. That's what you're into. SCV can't get up this ramp. And in fact, will die without getting all information at all, except the fact that there are 3 Dragoons out, which is good information, I guess. So, Boxer. That's the other thing. Like, timings are not super crisp in these older matches either. So, we'll keep an eye on that production tab, see if we get, you know, some kind of upgrade out of that machine shop. It'd be nice. He's throwing down a second factory and doing a Maynard transfer down here to this natural base. Speaking of which, I do have some Maynard replays I got off of the internet. So have I cast any of those yet? I don't remember. I should if I haven't. There you go. Siege mode on the way. Cool. Oh, are you baiting it? Oh my gosh, that'd be so hot. Okay. Doesn't buy it. Doesn't fall for it here. Dragoon pressure. You don't have... Interesting. No, no, no. The tanks. Kill the tanks. Target fire the tank. He doesn't like it. The Marines are too strong, especially in tandem with these tanks here. So, yeah. 3 Dragoons. Killed a couple Marines, but didn't do anything to whittle down this tank count at all. Still not expanding. Here is Nazgul. All right. It's fine. It's totally fine. I mean, it's not all that fine, actually. I'm kind of freaking out he doesn't have a natural base yet. Just keep in mind, this is super old. This is super old, like you, Falcon. So yeah, hit that like button if you're enjoying kind of this old school look back in it 20 years ago in StarCraft 2, or StarCraft Brood War. Oh, StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 didn't come out in 2010. Observer out. Yep, like that. Just in case there's Spider-Mines running around. Right? Spider-Mine upgrade would be cool, but no. Siege mode is all you need. Siege tanks are hot. And they are. Siege tanks are good units. And this is a truly remastered cast, too, because obviously the remastered client was not available in 2002. So this was played in the old client, which most games were. So second base coming up and actually going for a quick third Nexus. I like it. I like this a lot. The Observer was like, oh, he's already got a second base out. That's not good. Double expand. Double expand to take advantage of that. Okay, great. Spider-Man research on the way. Going for Vulture Speed 2. Throwing up additional factories. Pretty happily sitting at 39 workers here at 7 minutes, which is fine. Hasn't taken a second gas yet, which is a bit weird. But hey, again, weird is 2002's name of the game. Templar Archives coming in. Whether that's going to be for Arbiters or whether we're going to see some High Templar Archon, High Templar Storm style stuff on this mech, we'll have to find out. But yeah, this is definitely of an age when mech was the way to go in this matchup. That is an eternal strategy. It was what is kind of intended from the Blizzard developers from back then. I guess, I mean, does he have a Stargate is the question. And no, he doesn't. So maybe this is just High Templar. Entirely possible that it is. Bunch of vultures hanging out behind, like hiding them. I don't know if he wants Nazgul to not know what's going on here, but whatever. It's 78 to 61 supply. I mean, Boxer is really crushing in economy right now and in overall army supply too, which does not bode well for our Protoss friend here, Nazgul. Team Liquid representative. Production tab says, oh, he's making a Dark Templar. All right. So let's see. No ComSat. No ComSat, no engineering bay. Oh, engineering bay. And ComSat. Okay, so he knows the timing, the potential timings for DTs. Boxer's ready for that. And now he's sending some vultures out on a harassment mission. But, like, okay, all right, there's enough Dragoons here to cause you problems. Sure, you're laying some Spider Mines down and a couple connections there, but 0 Protoss units die. So just, you know, pulling back to his third base, happily sitting on 36 probes. Not making any more workers, which I feel like he definitely should at this stage of the game. Where's our DT at? Because there's Spider Mines and there's a ComSat. There's 2 ComSat stations. And I'm guessing a turret's going to be built at some point here, but clearing out the Spider Mine field as you want to do with your Dragoons when you have the Observer out. But tank's sieging up. So he kills 1? No, he does not kill 1. He loses a couple Dragoons, though, in the retreat. DT says, hey. Oh, never mind. DT says, friendly fire splash. Killed a tank. It was already very injured, though. That was not a good trade for Nazgul. 93 to 84 supply. Zealots coming in. Does he have Zealot leg upgrade? Where are you, Zealots? I need to see you run real quick. How fast are you? Man, if he doesn't have Zealot legs, I don't know about this. I don't know about this anyway. This is a pretty big tank count for 9 minutes. It's on 2 bases. He's throwing up turrets at the front here and the top side too. I love this. Just turrets everywhere. He's like, no, you're not getting observers in here and you're not getting DTs in here either. Okay, Zealots have speed. So coming in top side and bottom side, trying to make some connections along the way. Zealots distracting. All right, very nice stuff. Couple tanks do end up dying there, but 9 to pull back and snipe individual vultures that overextended. Nicely done there. He's still building turrets out at the front here. These are not even covered by tanks in this location. Come on, man. I guess from Dragoon attacks anyway. Do we have any upgrades? No. 0 upgrades for the Protoss, 0 upgrades for the Terran, but working on +1 attack now is Nazgul, but will he have an opportunity to use it is the larger question here today. Yeah, I like thinning the tank count. I do. He's making some decent trades. It's 70 to 70 supply, 82 to 71 actually. A lot of Zealots in production. I like the play from him. Man, no upgrades at all from Boxer in this match. Upgrades were just not considered as hugely important back then as they would be today, that's for sure. Or even 10 years ago, right? In the era of Flash and Bisu and their PVCs. All right. Trying to do this thing with the Zealots, getting in on top of these tanks pretty effectively. Vulture trying to clear those things out, but I don't know. Another tank bites the dust. Friendly Fire Splash helping with that one. And another Friendly Fire hit. Nope. 19 HP on that thing, but not dead yet. 70 to 75 supply. Boxer, relentless, getting a 3rd base behind it at, again, the weird mineral base, where you have to kind of put your like Nexus in a weird position. I don't know, man. More DTs on the way, more Dragoons on the way here, too. Still 36 workers from Nazgul. Not really interested in probing up any more than that. Ooh, okay, that was some sloppy control on that Vulture. But again, 20-year-old game. These players are not, you know, they haven't been playing for 20 years like a lot of people watching this have been. They've been playing this for maybe 4 years, maybe 5 at this stage. Strategies are not codified yet. The importance of upgrades don't matter as much. But, all right, this is getting real dicey all of a sudden. Vulture's able to lay Spider Mines and clear them Zealots out. Oh, you don't get any tanks at all there, Zealots. Trying to drag Spider Mines into the tanks, possibly, but that does not go very well either. Zealots doing better killing tanks the last 3 or 4 times they tried that, and this time, no. This time, not allowed. That's what I have to say about that. My gosh, Boxer is relentless with these forward missile turrets. Like, even when they're a terrible idea, he's still continuing to try them. Zealot trying it again, dragging Spider-Mine. There you go. Spider-Mine does take down that tank, but also 2 Zealots. Good trade. I don't know. It's suddenly 89 to 77 supply. It's been flipped by Boxer here, continuing to produce pretty hard off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, working on his 8th factory at this stage of the game. The Protoss has got 3, 6, 9 gateways in little groups of 3. I kind of like that from him. That's nice stuff. But I mean, there's no harassment. There's no drops. There's no recalls. There's no like Vulture run-bys. This is just, I'm going to mash my face against yours, and you're going to mash your face against mine, and we'll see who wins, I guess. Nazgul's done a pretty good job, again, at continuing to reduce the tank count. It's not like there's 10, 15 tanks here. There's only 9. Wait, counting is hard. 7. There's only 7 tanks here. +1 attack is finished for the gateway units. Still does not believe in upgrades. Boxer here. There's 217 APM. He's got about 100 more APM than Nazgul does. So that's going to help, I think, in this game. Determine how this thing ends, but my gosh, the Spider-Mine tank Vulture bringing the Vultures to the back, so they're not taking hits initially. They can clear out the Zealots as they're attacking the tanks. This is just, look, Nazgul's fighting hard right now, but this creep, this Terran creep continues moving up. He's gonna have tanks in range of this Nexus soon, and then how are you gonna feel about it, Nazgul? He's making more Zealots, making more Dragoons. He's working on +2 attack here. These forward, man, these forward missile turrets, though, aren't they like, this makes, you just can't see. You can't put observers over this. And he doesn't want to make any Goliaths, apparently, because who cares about those? But this is just not enough. This is going real bad, real fast. More and more and more for Nazgul. And these tanks don't have a million kills. There's a couple kills each, but we're positioned. Can he hit the Nexus? Maybe. No? Maybe? I don't know. You're virtually in range anyway. Sniping a bunch of probes at that third base. Vulture's feeling strong enough to just attack, and that's it, man. Nazgul is out. Boxer is your winner in 15 minutes. 101 to 48 total supply. Nazgul knows he's done, right? He's got exactly 3 Dragoons in the mix, with another one joining the party. But 3 Dragoons versus what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 siege tanks. Yeah, that's not going to work out for any Protoss in the world. Bisu couldn't come back from this position. Even if it was like 2012 Bisu against 2002 Boxer. Like, Boxer's got this thing. Doesn't believe in upgrades. Gets a third base pretty late. Throws up 8 factories. Doesn't even get machine shops on these ones. For Vulture production, obviously. But speed, spider mines, siege tank upgrades. That's all we needed today. That was it. You gotta respect it, man. This game kind of does make me laugh because a lot of you Brood War fans complain about StarCraft 2 being kind of just one death ball against another death ball. And that's kind of what this game is, right? Just death ball versus death ball. Clash, 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 clash. Somebody wins. Although I will tell you, I do not agree with the assessment that StarCraft 2 in these days is death ball versus death ball. Was it in Wings of Liberty a lot of the time? Yeah. Was it in Heart of the Swarm some of the time? Yeah. And Legacy of the Void? Not really, no. There's a ton of smaller skirmishes happening all over the map. Multi-pronged attacks. I mean, drops while pushing at the third base and at the fourth base. I mean, it's insane. It's fast. There's no death ball stuff, really, for the most part. And just a pitch for the StarCraft 2 stuff, if you're interested. I hope I sold it a little bit there. But anyway, you're here for the Brood War. So well done, my Boxer. Just slow, methodical. This is what good Terran does. They're like Jason Voorhees. They come and they come at you and they come at you, and then they stab you in the chest with a machete, and that's it. This is the machete. This is your chest. So absolutely GG. I mean, that was a macro win, if nothing else, from Boxer. Getting his second base out earlier. His worker count was always higher. Nazgul was forced to play catch up here and just couldn't quite do it. No Arbiter play from him either. That's another thing. Spellcasters, not as much of a thing back in the day. Like, Science Vessels, not in this game either. Not that they would have been super useful, Science Vessels. I guess EMPs are always fine against Protoss, but yeah, Arbiters coming up, throwing down stasis on some of these tanks, making the engagements a little bit more in favor of Nazgul, but he just never teched up to it. He was under too much pressure, never felt like he could afford it, even though he did have about 1,000 minerals and about 200 gas at the end of the game there. Macro not as good back then, y'all. So, a remastered old replay, 57,000 points here from Nazgul, 69,000 points from Boxer. Ended up outproducing the Protoss 230 to 140, out killing the Protoss 105 to 87. Yeah, that's a big deal. Some buildings died, mostly missile turrets for the Terran, but whatever. And then total spent just too close for Protoss comfort there. We got 22,000 spent for the Terran, 21,000 spent for Nazgul. Not going to work out for a Protoss if you get outspent by your Terran opponent in a 15-minute game. Maybe if it's a 5-minute game, sure, it doesn't matter as much. But not once you get to the 15, 17, 20-minute mark, don't you know? All right, that was fantastic. That was honestly really, really well done. GG there from Boxer. Are we surprised by who won this? Not really, based on the resumes, but, you know, it was fun to see it anyway. It was fun to see the strategies and how they've changed over the years, and good to see Boxer get a really, really strong win here on this map on Neo Lost Temple. Not old, boring Lost Temple, Neo Lost Temple. All right, neat. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.